Hi guys, welcome to Croatia, welcome to Zagreb, and welcome to our show. Tell me, how do you feel today? How's the tour been going on? And
tour's been going great. I mean, we're getting some pretty cold weather, so just all of us just trying to stay warm and stay healthy. So, but yeah, no, it's been going really well. Like we, As Lay Dying has never really done a lot of shows in Eastern Europe, so this is our first time over here, and not first time, but
how do you feel when you play in a town for the first time and you still don't know how the audience is going to react or what the audience is like? Are you kind of nervous before the show?
No, not really. I think I think we've toured enough, in other parts of the world where I think people are aware of our band. Maybe it's their first time seeing us, but a lot of the people have heard of us before. So usually the crowd reaction is pretty good, and I think a lot of them are excited to see us, for the first time. So yeah, it always turns out really well. So
how did you end up on a tour with Septic Flesh and Amon Amarth? I mean, you're three very different kinds of bands, stylistically, lyrically. So how did that combination happen?
Amon Amarth and us have been talking about doing a tour together for a long time. We at one point actually invited them to tour with us in the U.S., and then that didn't work out last minute, and then this tour eventually worked out for us to open for them in Europe. But I think the combination of diverse bands is something that has been missing, for a while within most metal tours. I don't really see the reason to hear a band that sounds exactly the same 3 times in a row, so I actually enjoy a diverse package, and sometimes the fans complain a little bit, but more often the fans seem to like it.
Well, it's an unusual combination, but if it works...
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your latest release. It was released this year. It's called Dekas. It's an album. It's a compilation album on your 10th anniversary. So, tell me something about it.
We wanted to celebrate our 10th anniversary, but we weren't ready to do a full new album. So we recorded as many new songs as we had at the time, which was only 3. But I feel those 3 songs represent the different sides of our band, from the heavy and melodic combination to just extremely heavy, and then one of the songs is just very melodic for us, and then we filled out the rest of the release with we did 4 cover songs, and ended the release with a 1 remix from each album of ours, so 5 total.
Is it hard to do a remix of a song you've already done in a version you like, and then you have to do it in another version?
Well, we let other people do it. Yeah, there's we gave it to I guess artists that do remixes for bands and stuff. So we didn't have anything to do with it. That's kind of the whole idea for at least on our end, to have someone else do a remix, and have them create their own interpretation of our original song, which...
Do you have a say in the last version, or?
Yeah. I mean, I think there were some of the remixes we were more involved in, and some of them they sent it to us, we're like, okay, cool, sounds good, and then it's on the record, but but we didn't get too involved on the creative end, I mean, we gave our notes and stuff, but you kind of wanted to I guess release their interpretation of our song, not necessarily our interpretation of their interpretation of our song, so.
What about the cover songs? How did you pick the artists you were going to do a cover songs of?
I mean, each cover song kind of has a different story behind it, but the general idea was to have, some older bands, that influence different aspects of our music. They wouldn't necessarily be our favorite bands collectively, because all 5 of us have different opinions, but we all agree that as far as classic metal bands go, that we've been influenced by the heavier and thrashier side of sounds like Slayer, or the very melodic side of guitars like that in Judas Priest, and then the Descendants cover song we did was really just kind of that raw energy that I think all genres of heavy music try to capture, and I think it's diverse. Similar to the originals, we wanted to have that diversity in the cover songs.
And the Powerless Rise came out in 2010, right? So are you preparing any new materials for a new album, maybe? Or?
Yeah, we haven't started writing together collectively, but everybody's working on their own ideas, and we plan to start writing as a group in January, February, and then hopefully record by springtime, and then get the record out next summer, maybe early fall of 2012.
You have 3 singles from that album, and also you've made 3 videos. How do you pick the songs that you're going to make the videos of?
A combination of things, you know. I think, you know, what the fans seem to like the most. You know, when we release a record, you know, we can kind of, like, through different outlets like Facebook and like Twitter, we can kind of like figure out what songs like fans are more keen to. But then also it's a call on our part, our label's part, management, to kind of like think like, you know, what song is gonna fit best, you know, to push like as a single or a video or song or whatever, you know.
Tell me about the Austrian Death Machine. I've only learned about it today, and I think the project is awesome. So how did you get the idea to do that? You
know, I think there's a need for different outlets for every part of a person's personality. You know, I mean, while As I Lay Dying is very serious, and most of metal in general is very serious, I feel like it's a good outlet for just other creative and kind of more spontaneous ideas that I have. And are you an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, or do you dislike him? No, I love his movies. I mean, as a individual and as a person, you know, I mean, I don't think very few people actually know who he is, you know. Yeah. So I think all I can really do is just enjoy the movies, and you know, the combination of the stereotypical action mixed with, you know, some of the humor and everything. I think it's just a fun way to create music and have a theme for a project. So As I Lay Dying was named after a William Faulkner novel. So do you like William Faulkner as a writer, or? That's one of those things where we like the name As I Lay Dying, and to date, I don't think any of us have ever read the full book. I mean, we've all read summaries. We know what it's about, and children in Croatia have to read it in high school or something like that, and I think everybody here hates William Faulkner. Everybody who went to school. Maybe in Croatia they're going to hate our band now. Jeez. No. I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, for us, you know, we like the name, and we've you know, been able to apply our own meaning to it. We're not related to the lyrics. Our lyrics are not related to the book in any way. Thank God. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for this interview, and have a great show tonight.
Hey, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Tim. We are from As I Lay Dying, and you're watching Metal Eye on Z1.